What is question document? Document examination, also known as question document examination, is a forensic science discipline that involves the analysis of documents to determine their authenticity, origin, and any alteration that may have occurred. Question document examiners use a variety of techniques such as handwriting analysis, ink analysis, paper analysis, and printing processes examination to scrutinize documents for sign of forgery, fraud, and tampering. In legal cases, document examination can be crucial in determining the validity of documents such as wills, contracts, checks, and other important papers. The goal of document examination is to provide expert opinions and evidence that can be used in court to establish the authenticity or identify any discrepancies in question document.
The purpose of question document examination, also known as document examination, is to determine the authenticity, origin, and integrity of documents. This forensic science discipline is employed to investigate and analyze various types of documents to uncover any signs of forgery, fraud, alteration, or tampering. The main object of question document examination include: number 1, authenticity verification. Question document examiners verify the authenticity of documents to establish whether they are genuine or forged. This is crucial in legal cases where the validity of documents can have significant implications. Number 2, forgery detection. The examination aims to detect any instances of forgery where documents have been falsified or altered to deceive or mislead others. Detecting forged signatures, altered text, or manipulated documents is a key aspect of document examination. 3. Fraud investigation. Document examination is often used in fraud investigation to uncover evidence of fraudulent activities such as altered financial records, falsified contracts, or fabricated documents used for illegal purposes.
Number 4. Dispute resolution. In legal dispute or controversies involving documents, question document examination help in resolving conflict by providing expert opinion on the authenticity and integrity of the dispute materials. Number 5. Evidence in legal proceeding. Document examination provides valuable evidence in legal proceedings by offering expert opinion and analysis that can be presented in court to support or refute claims related to documents. Number 6. Document integrity. By scrutinizing the feature of documents, including handwriting, ink, paper, and printing methods, document examiner ensure that integrity of the materials and identify inconsistencies or irregularities that may indicate tampering.
How to conduct question document. Conducting a question document examination, it requires specialized training, expertise, and adherence to established procedures to ensure accurate and reliable results. Here are the general steps involved in conducting a question document examination. The document collection. Gather all relevant documents that need to be examined, ensuring that they are handled carefully to preserve and potential evidence. Document examiners may receive documents from law enforcement agencies, legal professionals, or individuals seeking analysis. Initial assessment. Conduct an initial assessment of the documents to determine the scope of the examination. Identify the specific features of the documents that need to be analyzed, such as handwritten, signatures, ink, paper, printing methods, or alteration. The document imaging. Create high-quality images or scans to the documents for detailed analysis. Digital imaging allows examiners to zoom in specific details and compare different features more effectively. The last one, we have comparison analysis. Compare the question document with known samples or exemplars for reference. Known as samples may include authentic documents, handwriting samples, or signatures from the same individual or sources. By following these steps and adhering to professional standards and guidelines, question document examiners can conduct thorough and reliable examinations to determine the authenticity, origin, and integrity of documents effectively.
Second Division, GR number 216491, August 23, 2017. The ear of Peter Dunton through their legal representative, Felipe G. Capulong, petitioners versus Duan Steer and Emily Magay, respondents. Decision per Las Bernabe G. Assailed in this petition for review in certiorari, the decision dated June 13, 2014, and the resolution dated January 21, 2015, rendered by the Court of Appeals, which affirmed the decision dated December 14, 2009, and the order dated May 4, 2011 of the Regional Trial Court of Quezon City, Branch 215, dismissing the complaint for annulment of the title and conveyance of property which damage originally filed by now deceased Peter Dunton, the predecessor of herein petitioners, heirs of Peter Dunton, for inefficiency of evidence. The facts. The subject matter of this case is a parcel of land with improvements located at number 33 Don Jose Street, Murphy, Cubao, Quezon City, consisting of 553.60 square meters, more or less. It was previously covered by transfer certificate of title of the Registry of Deeds of Quezon City under the name of Dunton until its registration in the name of respondents Duan Steer and Emily Magay.
Sometime in June 2001, while Dunton was in the United States, he discovered that herein respondents took possession and control of the subject property, as well as the management of his business operating thrift. Dunton's lawyer in the Philippines made demands upon respondents to vacate the subject property and to cease and desist from operating his business, but no avail. Thus, Dunton was forced to return to the Philippines, where he learned that respondents, through alleged fraudulent means, were able to transfer the ownership of the subject property in their names. He filed the instant complaint for annulment of title and reconveyance of property with damages against respondents and the Register of Deeds of Quezon City, alleging that the signature on the deed of absolute sale dated July 16, 2001, by virtue of which he purportedly sold the subject property to respondent, was a forgery. He denied signing or executing the documents in favor of respondents, especially considering that on the date of its purported execution, July 16, 2001, he was allegedly still in the United States, having departed from the Philippines on June 27, 2001, and returned only on August 30, 2001. He averred that respondents conspired with the employees of the Registry of Deeds of Quezon City to defraud him, and that Steer is an American citizen and a non-resident alien who is therefore not allowed by law to own any real property in the Philippines. Accordingly, he prayed that TCT number in respondent's name be annulled and cancelled, that a new title be issued in his name as the rightful owner of the subject property, and that respondent be ordered to pay him 1 million pesos as moral damages, 200,000 as exemplary damages, 200,000 for attorney's fees, and 200,000 as litigation expenses. The RTC ruling. In a decision dated December 14, 2009, the RTC dismissed the complaint on the ground of inefficiency of evidence, finding that the deed of absolute sale, being a public notarial document, enjoys the presumption of regularity and thus cannot be simply defeated by Dunton's bare allegation of forgery of his signature.
Thereon, the RTC refused to give probative weight to the expert testimony offered by Perez after the latter admitted that she conducted the examination of the sample signatures not by virtue of a court order, but at the instant of Dunton and the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group. She also admitted that she did not know the source of the documents procured by the CIDG that she used in her examination. On this score, the RTC held that the forensic examination and testimony of Perez were self-serving. Further explanation that it was not bound to accept the findings of a handwriting expert. Therefore, the same cannot be used to invalidate the deed of absolute sale and the title issued to respondent.
Supreme Court ruling. In a decision dated June 13, 2014, the Supreme Court denied the appeal and affirmed the assailed RTC decision and order, finding that petitioners failed to substantiate their allegation that Dunton's signature on the deed of absolute sale was forged. It held that the aforesaid document was notarized and therefore enjoys the presumption of validity, which can only be overturned by clear and convincing evidence. Further, upon examination of Dunton's passport stamp, which petitioner offered in evidence to prove that Dunton could not have signed the deed of absolute sale on July 16, 2001. The CA held that although he departed from the Philippines on June 27, 2001, there was no entry stamp of his admittance to the United States sometimes between said date and August 30, 2001, the date of his return to the Philippines. As regards the finding and testimony of Perez, the CA held that, outwithstanding Perez's expert testimony that the questioned signature and the standard signatures were not signed by the same person, the RTC was correct in declaring her testimony as self-serving. It considered that Perez did not know the source of the documents, and that is what the CIDG that provided her with Dunton's standard signatures. She admitted that she had no actual knowledge of whether the documents given to her for examination came from Dunton, and that she merely proceeded to examine them without verifying the source. Thus, the source of the documents being unverified, it cannot be concluded that the signatures thereon are genuine signatures of Dunton.